What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today is another Duramax day. If you guys remember, we recently did the head gaskets in the truck, and unfortunately the valve cover gasket on the driver's side is leaking oil down the back like any other classic Chevy. So unfortunately we got to rip this thing back apart. The local diesel shop quoted me $1,800 to do this. Apparently it's a 9-hour job. I think I can probably do it in like 5 or 6, so we're gonna try to rip this thing apart and get this thing done. Luckily, my buddy Chandler, right here, I'll have his Instagram tagged right here. He is so nice to allow us to use a shop because it has been freezing here in Spokane, and as you can see, the truck is covered in snow, and it's real cold out. So thanks to him, we can get this thing done in the warm. Might as well get started. First thing I'm going to do is just tear off this flare and our inner fender. That way we can get to all the intercooler piping underneath. As you can see, valve cover is way down there, and it's the driver's side that's leaking, which is the hard one, unfortunately. I'm hoping we don't have to take too much off. I really don't want to drain any fluids because I didn't bring any with me. I'm just going to start tearing stuff off the top, and we'll get where we can. So now looking up under the wheel well, we'll have to take off this intercooler pipe that goes all the way up to the turbo. This thing's kind of a pain in the butt, especially if you have like aftermarket piping like I do. It is pretty big and there's not a lot of room to get it out. So just work on that, pull this out, and then all I'm gonna do up top is just start pulling wires back, try to get this harness kind of flipped up over the top of the block, and that will give us room to see what else we're gonna have to take off to pull this valve cover gasket out. So we got all the lines kind of pulled back. I know it's pretty dark in here, but next thing we got to do is pull our return lines off, which are these guys down here. These little black clips, they kind of pop up, and then you can pull it off the top of the injector. And then other than that, we just got to kind of pull off our fuel lines, pull everything off the valve cover, and hopefully we can pull this thing out of here. Alrighty, so like I was saying, we got our little PCV off. Everything's pretty much exposed to the fuel lines. Now, the only problem is these hard lines here. I don't think we're going to be able to get the valve cover out with these in the way, which means we have to pull out our charge pipe, our intake piping, all that kind of stuff, our Y bridge, just to be able to move these out of the way and to loosen up our injector lines off the rail, unfortunately. So I'm just going to start pulling all this stuff off and quit trying not to do that because we're just wasting time if we don't. So this Y bridge is kind of a pain to take off. You got 8 nuts on it, essentially all the way around the sides. There's 4 on each side. 2 on the back on the turbo side can be real tough. I just kind of get them loose and then I use a magnet to pull them off, that way I don't lose them. But yeah, just work with it, you'll get it. I think they're 10 mils, and use a big extension, it'll make your life easier. I normally stick an extension in from this side, straight down diagonal, and that's how I get that tough one all the way down there. Alright, I know I haven't really showed much, but we got the valve cover off. Kind of tough with these hard lines in the way. We just kind of bent them up out of the way to make it work, but this thing's out. Notice that one of our dowels where it was leaking is actually broken. I think it's just an alignment dowel, so we should be alright to still just, slap it on and be alright. Now, one thing I'm going to do, which I kind of don't really recommend, and they don't recommend it on, any manuals or service stuff. I'm going to use RTV in between the metal gasket, just put it on both surfaces from the valve cover and the head. Only because I did put this together without RTV and it was leaking, and I really don't want to tear this apart again. So I'm just going to do a thin layer on the head and on the valve cover and then slap this gasket in between, and hopefully we won't have any more leaks. All right, we got the valve cover back in. Like I said, I did use some RTV on both sides of the mating surfaces. So hopefully we'll be good, no leaks. All we gotta do is get our injectors back in, hook up our fuel lines, button everything up, and we should be good to fire this thing up. The RTV does have a curing period, so I'm probably gonna wait about 24 hours before we start it, just to be safe. But other than that, I think we're good. All right, guys, it's the next day now. I didn't record a whole lot of putting this thing back together. It is the daily, so I just tried to get it done as quick as we can. We are ready for a first start. We got the fuel system primed, we got everything back together, topped her off with oil, and we're gonna hope that we got no more leaks. We got Macy, the welder. He's gonna weld up my exhaust. Just getting a little bit of practice in on the new little guy over here. What do you think, Chandler? Is she gonna go?
She's got it first try, honestly.
Let me find my keys. They're over here somewhere. There we go. Well, she fired up. We got the fuel primed through, and no leaks yet. Hopefully we'll be all good. We're gonna get this exhaust welded up and we'll be on our way. Oof. What do you got to show over here, Macy?
Flux is getting better.
All right.
You know.
All right.
For Flux, I guess.
Oh, we got Doggy.
Oh, and Travis. What up, bro? Oh, he must shoot his little. Oh, someone's chasing me. Yep.
Oh, is Chase here?
No, he's on till the third.
Where'd he go?
Hard timing. Josh let him have it off till the third, dude. Yeah. This guy.
Welding in the water.
YouTube certified.
In some joggers. This is legit YouTube certified.
Yeah. Bro, that's all the fire protection you need right there. Come on. I mean, you gotta stay warm somehow.
My favorite part, just sitting in the water.
My guy.
That shit's spicy.
Why is it spicy?
Oh, I caught my arm on fire.
Oh, fuck.
Is it on fire?
Yeah, I blew it up.
Oh my god.
Oh, my favorite C10 jacket.
Told you.
Now it's a legit C10 jacket. We got the exhaust all welded up. Well, Macy did. Shout out Macy over here. But we just went to start the truck again, and the thing wouldn't start. So if you know anything about diesels, it's normally a fuel issue if it's just cranking over with nothing. And sure enough, we have a broken fuel bleeder little cap thing. So hopefully one of the parts stores around here will have a new one. These are plastic, and that thing happens all the time. So I know they make metal replacements. I'll probably order one. But for now, hopefully we can run to the parts stores on Airway and pick up a new one. Just have to absolutely burn your starter out of the truck. She'll go. Just leaking a little bit of diesel fuel from where it's overflowing, but. Cool. We just picked up a trailer and we're bringing the STi over to Chandler's shop where we just fixed up the Duramax, and we're gonna wrap this car. Here she be. Got her all strapped down and we should be good to go. We're not going too far, so hopefully we won't have an issue. push the board down.
Yeah. So.
I'm not slapping anything under the motor, right?
No, not right now. You're not. You haven't so far, but you're fucking close. As soon as we step on these, the car's going forward.
Well, no, it's wedged on the fucking bottom right now.
No way.
Yeah.
Did that happen on the way up too?
Yeah. Fucking pulled right through it.
Dad, you want to record this too? Oh, jeez.
Hey, just in case you get hurt, I'm on your side, bud.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, send it.
So yeah, let us know when you're on the brake.
It's not even on.
Well, I don't want to step on this one yet.
Yeah. That's fine.
Okay.
Good?
As soon as I step on this, it's going forward.
No, I think it's
Most likely.
Or bottom down.
All right, what's this?
Left.
That way. Okay, we're good. Appreciate it.
There's a little butt scooch, you'll go. Dude, you're like that way. I stepped on the gas and it was gonna move.
You stepped on
You're like, vroom. All right, we made it to Chandler's shop and we are about to start this whole process. So I'm gonna wrap up this video right here. I will catch you guys in the next one when we actually start this car, and yeah, super excited. So peace out, see y'all later.